market review. It's Monday. We're going to do a market review. We're going to mainly stick on Bitcoin, but we're going to go over, Bitcoin futures, CME. We're going to go over the stock market. I'm just going to post the link in the Discord so people could join and watch live. If you're not, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, so you never miss any cryptocurrency news. We are working on doing a giveaway, giving away some free access to our course as well. And we have a trading challenge that is live right now, turning P2 into 2 Bitcoin. And once we complete that, we're going to turn the 2 Bitcoin into 20 Bitcoin. I'm currently running 3 accounts. I'm trading 2 Bitcoin accounts on 2 different time frames, and then I'm trading the traditional markets on the time for a different time frame as well. So I made this all pretty and whatnot. I got the crypto up top first. So let's go to us trying to break 10K. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. So I'm going to remove all drawings. And what I noticed first was over the weekend. Somebody noted, so that would have been Friday, would have been the 15th. So the 15th right here, and obviously traditional markets don't open up during the weekends. They don't trade during the weekends. So GBTC, it dumped on Friday, and then we got this pump during the weekend. So traditional investors potentially saw that BTC wasn't able to, break 10K, and after the halving, that it would have been probably very risky to hold this over the weekend and incur a gap on either. I mean, probably to the downside, but they'd be happy if it went up unless they were shorting this. So you saw that traditional investors sold GBTC on Friday, and then we're going to look at the Bitcoin futures at the CME, and you can see that there is this gap we needed to fill. So let me get rid of this. There was this gap that we needed to fill right here. And it was a large one too. From 10,000 to 88.25, it was a $2,000 gap. We dropped down. And then we filled it. We got rejected, and then we got dropped down. And I thought, okay, are we going to break above here, or is Bitcoin going to get rejected here? And with this doji, this large engulfing candle as well, and this doji, it's looking like there's a ton of uncertainty here. So let's just jump to Bitcoin right now, and let's jump on the monthly. So what everybody's seeing is just a classic, downtrend. We're making higher lows. Let's just jump into, and I like this comeback. This was a large sell-off, and a lot of weak hands. Definitely, they got shaken out. They thought maybe Bitcoin was going to fail. They started shorting, and let's turn on the moving averages actually. So this is on the 2-week. Okay, you won't see it on the 2-week. So I know a lot of people that judge trends by the 2-week highs and lows. So let's just point that right there at 7,600. This whole trend would be considered broken. Some people may look at it like right here, 8,600, as you can see. And I could probably extend these all the way to see how much weight they actually hold. So you can see resistance here, support. But anyways, you see this, we made this like V. We broke, at first we tried to like thrust, and the bears stepped in, but then we broke above. There was resistance. As you can see, it was support, has been resistance, support, resistance. And this is on the 2-week. And then you can see that we've kind of broke this resistance. We've tested it, and now we're trading above it. On the TD sequential, we have the 2/1. So on the 2-week, about 6 days, because we just closed the weekly candle. Yeah, we just closed the weekly candle. So we have another week to go. But let's take a look at the weekly candle. So this would have been a great place to buy as soon as we broke out of this zone. 1 week. That's a lovely 1-week candle. As you can see here, we've had a ton of steam, a ton of gas. Some bulls came in, we picked up. A lot of people went short here. This is the textbook, to go short. A lot of people, and it shows you how far Bitcoin has come. And a lot of people bought and are buying because of what's happening in the world today. So I had this line from the start. Okay, where's my moving average? What is this? This is 50, and this is 50. Okay, 200. Okay, so as soon as this broke through, broke down here and broke back above, I had like a great feeling that we are going to trade back to the moving average, and we're going to test this. I didn't know we are going to break as quickly as we did and as powerful as we did, but I knew we were going to test this. This is the kind of resistance. This is the trend line that I was kind of watching, and I posted in the Discord, as you can see here. And if I bring it back all the way, you can see how interactive it was. But great support here, and this is on the weekly. Great support here. We tried to thrust above it. The bears pushed us. We tried to thrust again. Bears definitely took power here. We tried here again, and then you can see how we broke above, and then we respected it. And you can just see how simple it is with this just one trend line. You don't have to overcomplicate things and put on all of these, or 10, 15. I'm feeling really nicely because I just upgraded to premium. So I could put 15 indicators on this chart, but would I? Probably not, so yeah, you don't overcomplicate things. So you can just see how we broke this level. And what was this price? 6,900. You could say maybe almost 7,000. We broke that level, and we tested it once, we tested it twice, and that's bye 7,000. So that's kind of where I was watching, and now we're pretty overextended. So as you can see on the monthly, you don't really see anything but the wicks. But now when we come down to the weekly, then it's more like evident of like this downward channel that we've created, and we're creating lower highs and lower lows. Lower highs, lower high here, lower low, and this is a lower high forming right here. Unless we can break out, this is why I'm telling people that this is a very risky environment that we're in, especially after pre-halving. You saw a lot of new money, and I don't want to call it dumb money, but a lot of dumb money came into the market. People think that their money is just going to 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100x because of the halving, and they think that, oh, because of the halving, I'm going to make so much money, and my Bitcoin's going to explode. But they're actually, market's not going to allow that to happen. They're going to try and strip them of their money, in my opinion. So when we're looking at these tops of these high level areas of resistance of major sells, major profit taking too, however you want to call it. Like if you think about it from here, 300%, okay, not 300%, almost 200%. So a lot of people can be taking profits. Not only that, like, it's definitely a risky place to buy here, especially with the current world state we're in, and you know how the whales have pushed us down pretty hard here. They can definitely do, especially if a phase 2 of this COVID stuff does kick in, and phase 2, Israel and the lockdown is prolonged, and quarantines prolonged and things like that, then this could come and gear down, and maybe we're gonna fill a lot of space here. So it's really hard to say honestly. I'm just taking it day to day because it's hard to say. And it's interesting, as you can see here, Bitcoin is actually kind of equal for the day. Ethereum, I'm going to look into the dominance of Bitcoin as well, but let's just jump into the US 30. I'm also going to show you guys some of the buy and sell signals that MSR is giving. So make sure to stay around so you can see if we're long or short. So this is on the weekly. Yeah, I do see this being a large bull trap on the US 30. If we look on the daily, you can see that this is classic. This is where, a lot of shorts would be taken right here. So you can see that, and this is a lot of points, from 24,000 to 23,000, 1,000 points. That's a big trade. And I'm actually swing trading the US 30 right now with Bitcoin. The US 100 actually. I'm swing trading I'm just swing trading the US 30, definitely US 30. And any other trending market with a ton of volume pouring in, because I don't like trending choppy markets, and my system doesn't work for choppy markets. So we need high volume in any direction, and I'll trade long or short. So it's interesting to see that the US 30 and the stock market, the S&P, is up about 3%, and then you have gold and Bitcoin that are almost and big gold is kind of like, I don't want to say like the old person's Bitcoin, but if you're thinking about it like this and you're my age or somewhere around that vicinity and you're more interested in Bitcoin, a lot of people are flocking to gold right now. With everything that's happening with the world, and gold's like this safe haven that's been around for so long, and all the pros and benefits that gold has to offer, gold is looking like it could hit an all-time high. A lot of people are watching for this. If it can break, it's coming to retest its all-time highs. And if it can break this, people are thinking $3,000 is the go-to. So this is a crazy area for Bitcoin and gold. Very crazy for Bitcoin and gold. It's like these are in crazy territories. It's hard to, and look at the level. And if I bring this Fibonacci, like this is the perfect PRZ zone for it to come back down and for it to get rejected. So Bitcoin and gold are at like, I don't want to say tops, but at very crucial levels that if they do break this, and if it does break through this, I see gold pushing to all-time highs. And $3,000 is definitely on the map. And when it does break out, a lot of people, it will push. When it does break out, it will push. So Bitcoin, let's break down. We were at the 5-day. I saw this from Socrates, the Lucid SAR on the 8-day. You can see how powerful it is. Sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here. Very powerful, and that's what's in the MSR as well. And that's what I'm going to be going over very shortly. So let's check the 5 days. 5 days, you got a 9 sell here. You got some doji candles coming up. You got the 9-day sell here, which looked very good. That's what this was the Corona power month that wiped out a lot of Bitcoin. Was almost $1 billion in liquidation. That was a ton of crypto. So this is looking a bit toppy right here. This was an amazing buy on the 5-day off the 50 EMA. 4 days not looking, it's looking whatever. It's coming to retest these highs, and it's looking like the bears are really pushing this down. It's not looking like it's going to be able to break 10K. You can see here as well, anytime it comes up, it gets shut down. So 10K is going to be hard for us to break. You got the 9 right here on the 2-day, and I believe we had the 9 on the 1-day. Was it 9 on the 1-day that actually acted out on that same day? So you can see the perfect looking doji right here. Ton of indecision here. I'm trading this on a smaller time frame. So as I told you guys, let's look at MSR. Let's look at some calls on most markets. So MSR on the daily. On the daily, this is short. This is where you'd be taking your short. This is where this is my ideal short up here. I would have waited till we got up here. And this is looking like the ideal short on the daily. You could put your risk to 10,300. So on the daily, like these higher time frames, you wouldn't be going higher leverage. You'd be going smaller leverage because you're playing out multiple days, weeks, months, and you don't need like high leverage on these moves. So because first of all, the stop losses are going to be larger on the daily, so you don't get wicked out. So like a 3.49%, or if you wanted to go extreme, 11%, just over 11 grand. And that sounds pretty fair to me. If we break over 11 grand, change gears and go bull. And if not, around here, 9 grand, this would be a great short on the daily. I'm going to look more into this and see if I'll recommend this short to my group. low leverage 11%. Let's just, we get the prime entry. We make that 10% with the stop loss just above. Yeah, you see, and then we get a more prime of an entry, 10%, smaller capital. So you're losing less than 2% maximum on their maximum trading balance. That's maximum. So that's what I would do on the daily. Let's look at the 12-hour. 12-hour is a short as well. I like this on the smaller time frames, 8 hours long. And you can just see how I'm going to show you on my favorite time frames are 4 hour and 15 minutes. So the 4 hour is long. This one was a iffy call. This was really great. The long was really great. I think all the previous ones before this were really great. And you may not understand this, but there's strategies to trading this. So I would have taken the short. If it's extended from the moving averages, I wouldn't take it right away. I would definitely add here. I would trim here. I would add here, trim here. And you never trim more than 50%. You always want to ride 50% into the trend, because it could just like take off and then you're like not exposed, and that would be super unfortunate. Here it looks like it could have hit your stop loss. This is the stop loss I'd be using. So there's a couple ways to do it. If you took the entry here, you can use a break-even stop loss. You would have probably got, unless you got in here, you would have got stopped, or you can just manually watch the trade, because this is definitely a wick out. And it definitely went in your favor. So on the 4 hour, it's worked amazingly. As you can see, it called the bottom almost 3,700 to 14 grand. So the 4 hour, you get some bad calls. This wasn't the best. And like I said, this is where you'd enter into the beach. So it's like, okay, you entered 10% here, and as of today, it's actually the same price, but this is where you got majority of your buys if you were ready, and now you're actually in profits here. This is a pretty big move, not gonna lie. So the 4 hour is long. 1 hour I really like as well. The 1 hour is long. You really catch some really good moves, and then the 15 minutes long as well. This area it's a hard area where like the psychology to try and break 10K. Let's look at the US 30 as well. So I've actually started trading, and then I hit this on the morning call. US 30, 2,400, 400 points up. It's a great trade. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually trading the 15-second on US 30 and Bitcoin. Check this trade. Check this trade out. This is this 7 a.m. in the morning, 2,400 to 24,000 to 24,500, almost 500 pips. That's crazy, and the 15 seconds is working really nicely. I'm gonna show you the 15 second on Bitcoin as well. So 15 second on Bitcoin, it's going up. It called a really good one yesterday. This was the short from 9,800 to 9,200. And you know what I mean? Like you're doing a 2% risk. This is a crazy trade. It caught the up, and it caught the uptrend. I'm trying to show you guys. You see, sometimes they'll get wicked in and out of these trades, but like, look at this one, 9,500 to 9,900. So 15 second is becoming really nice, and I'm really liking it, to be honest. So I'm gonna start trading it more, and I'm gonna be posting my stats and things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I definitely think that Bitcoin is in a very rough spot. If you're gonna trade it right now, I would highly recommend using a stop loss like you would put on any other trade, and just make sure, yeah, you're monitoring it. It could definitely go anyway. Hopefully, I'm wrong and it goes to the upside. My portfolio would love that. So that's it for today. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment. We're going to be coming at you guys every day with crypto opportunities. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.